Happy day after Columbus Day weekend. You know, I have to be honest, I've had some great teachers, I went to some pretty good schools, but I still have no idea what Columbus Day is all about. Something to do with Ohio? The screen time reporting function in the new iOS is, well, more data than I probably need. Now, according to their count, over the past 7 days, I spent 43 hours on my phone. I didn't need to know that. 12 of those hours were on Twitter, 3 on Facebook, and 3 on Instagram each. Now, the thing with data is it's only useful if it provides actionable insights. And in this case, considering the past week we just had, I have no idea if spending 12 hours on Twitter is good or bad or somewhere in between. I do know, though, that it's far more time than I spent with my kids. What happened over the past few weeks, led by Republican senators, wasn't just an all-out war on women, it was nuclear war. Now, the retort to this has been, go vote. But registration periods end this week if they haven't ended already, and it seems like the Senate races, in some cases, may be slipping away. Democrats are now going to have to win 7 of the 8 open races. Now in Florida, incumbent Democrat Bill Nelson has a slight lead over GOP challenger, current Governor Rick Skeletor Scott. Now, you'd think that Scott would be in even deeper shit after doing nothing in response to 2 of the worst mass shootings in history in his state in the past 2 years. But Florida politics is still split between racist rednecks and old-time money on one side and immigrant youth new money on the other side. Now, one is a champion for the people, the other is a spokesman for hate. Now, the choice seems pretty obvious to me, but then again, this is Florida. I'd ideally like to live as long as I can. That's why I take my vitamins, I get annual skin checks with a dermatologist, I oppose gun ownership and limit the amount of time I spend with my in-laws. But I've been getting sick more frequently lately, and the issues that I have take longer to resolve. And they're probably slightly more serious in nature. Now, let's just say I am feeling my age. But it's inspired a great social media content series that I think would entertain and inform friends and followers on my feeds once I'm gone. Yes, I know, thinking about posthumous tweets seems morbid and probably premature, but this may be my only shot at creating a legacy beyond my living years. Now, most people don't know exactly when they're going to die, but there are more and more companies popping up offering this social media perpetual service. And knowing that I have tweets queued up and ready to go may just make my passage into the afterlife, which I don't believe in, a bit less nerve-wracking. One of the questions I've been asked to tackle by a larger company recently was to help them redefine efficiency. Now that can mean a lot of things, but having a framework initially was critical. And that started with focusing on 3 key questions to answer that would improve their overall workplace. The first was, what is the purpose of your employees' tasks? What are the positive impacts that they create? Second was, how do your workers complete their tasks? Are they strictly monitored or do they call their own shots? And the third question that I asked was, when can you introduce change if things aren't looking so great at your workplace? Now, I know you're probably surprised that there isn't an alliterative or pun-based model to that, but well, give me time. Because once those questions are answered, a model for improved efficiency will begin to take shape.